Hello. Thank you for tuning in today. This has been something that we've been looking forward to for a while.
Mhm.
I am Sarah Harris, CEO of the Black Business Association. And we have here Miss Wendy Gladney, founder of Forgiving for Living,
Woo.
Inc. And we are here to empower youth and to build the next generation of entrepreneurial leaders. Like I said before, this has been a long time coming. We have partnered and collaborated in the past before,
Mhm.
and we want to talk to you about what we have upcoming. But considering in light of current events and what's happening today, we also want to take a pause because we want to um, give thought to and our energy towards those who have been affected. As many of you know, here in Los Angeles, we've had massive wildfires, and many have been impacted from whole communities, from the homes to the supermarkets, and also to businesses. And for the Black Business Association, we are very much concerned for those impacted in the Altadena area because it's a historic Black community, and there's been a lot that's just been wiped away.
Mhm.
Um, Wendy, if you want to give a word to that
Yeah.
or not, please do so. But we just wanted to take a minute to pause and to um, give reverence to that.
Yes. Thank you so much, Sarah. Just definitely appreciate your leadership on that. And to say that even we at Forgiving for Living, we jumped in as soon as we heard about what was going on because we directly were not affected by the fires, but we were by the winds and we were afraid because, or I should say, because we had to get on standby in case we got evacuated. But we were blessed and did not. But we had so many people that we knew were affected. And I personally know 15 families that were personally affected by the fire. So, we jumped in right away to do what we could as relates to providing, whether it was clothes and shoes and finances and gift cards and so forth. And so the Forgiving for the Living family and team stepped in as well because Altadena, like you said, is a historic area. And of course, we care about everyone who was affected from Pacific Palisades to Malibu. But in terms of our community and our team, that yes, we were definitely affected. And at one time, we actually even had an office in Pasadena that was just like right below where the fires actually took place. So our heart goes out and continues to go out. And we're continuing to stand on standby to help in any way that we can. And so thank you for your leadership and in acknowledging that we should, before we get going and talking, just maybe take about 10 seconds and just have a moment of silence in honor of those who are still hurting and still recovering. And thank you so much for what you're doing to help Black businesses in the process of recovering.
So let's just take that moment.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. So, um, in the vein of the work goes on,
Yeah.
we shall continue to do what we do while still advocating and servicing and providing for those who are in need. We are moving forward on what we know to be as a vital necessity in empowering our youth because they are our future, right?
Yeah.
And so for the BBA, the Black Business Association, ever since 1970, we have advocated for the advancement of Black owned businesses and the underserved business community. And as such, we have become a long-standing legacy organization in service. And so as part of that, it's our imperative, it's our mission to also empower and uplift the next generation that comes along. And so in working with a phenomenal, also long-standing youth organizations such as Forgiving for Living, empowering young women and girls,
Yeah.
we know that we have a great partnership in this opportunity. And we'll tell you about some things that we've done and coming up. But for the BBA, we're been looking for opportunities where not only that we can support and uplift, educate, provide assistance and training, but also connecting with our membership and providing opportunities for mentorship, also some internships, and just a way of opening up worlds that benefit both, right? So it's just obvious that it's a no-brainer in terms of collaborating on that end. So for that, I want to bring back up Wendy in terms of talk to us about yourself and Forgiving for Living, and what you see as our partnership grows.
Okay, so thank you again so much, Sarah, for having us on this show today with you and just partnering with us. So for those of you that are not aware, Forgiving for Living was started in 1999, over a quarter of a century. That sounds so long ago, quarter of a century. But last year we celebrated 25 years of being in service to help young women, especially young women of color, but we don't discriminate. It's open to everyone. And we believe in uplifting. The whole mission of Forgiving for Living is really all about providing life skills, mentorship, scholarships, and also helping those who have gone through levels of abuse or abandonment or low self-esteem and just need someone to believe in them, someone to encourage them that no matter what they've been through, that they can make it. And if they've been a victim, they don't have to stay there. They can become victorious, and that we will help them with that process. And so oftentimes people ask me, Wendy, what made you start this nonprofit, this organization? And basically it developed as an outgrowth of my own personal life. As a child, I experienced sexual abuse from my father. I experienced abandonment from my birth mother. And I understand what that can do to one's self-esteem, one's confidence, one's ability to believe in themselves. And sometimes we even have a facade that can be almost like an imposter syndrome, because we want to keep going and we want to just say, okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. But sometimes we're not, and we need help. And so I understood that. And then as I continued to grow and go through life, I had different people who knew my story who would say, could you talk to my daughter? Could you talk to my sister? Could you talk to my niece? And at first I used to say, why? Or about what? They said, and share, how did you get through it? How did you make it to the other side? And that's kind of how the beginning or the birth of Forgiving for Living came about. And during the course of the 25 years, we've been blessed to serve over 5,000 young women. That's a lot. Because we're a small little organization, and because
small but mighty.
Yeah. And we focus on quality and not just quantity. And that doesn't mean that the organizations that are dealing with quantity aren't doing a good job, but we have really had a laser focus where we try to have really one-on-one relationships with the young women that we are blessed to serve and to be a part of their lives. And I was doing the math, getting ready for annual reports and, dealing with our treasurer with taxes. We've done over $100,000 in scholarships over 25 years. So we've been blessed to be able to touch the lives of young ladies. And some of the young ladies even stay in touch with us. They keep up with us, and then they're able to even get additional scholarships along the way when they still need help in school. So Forgiving for Living, like I said, we started with an age group of around high school. And then over the 25 25 years, we've had a lot of evolution. It started getting younger and younger because when we were focusing on in the Jordan Downs housing project area, we started having families come. So it was multiple like daughters and sisters that got younger and younger. And then we were also at Markham Middle School. And then we were also with the Boys and Girls Club in Watts Willowbrook. So we've been servicing young women really from almost 9 to 25, but at different times. This year, especially with our collaboration with the BBA, we're really putting an emphasis on young ladies in high school and college because we want to be able to help them as relates to the transition period where they're making decisions about their life, their careers. Who can I talk to? Who can guide me? Who can help me? And that's where the BBA comes in as a great partner with Forgiving for Living because, I'm an entrepreneur. I come from an entrepreneurial family and background. And because of that, I understand the importance of having an organization like the Black Business Association that can partner with us to provide internships and to provide mentorship and to even possibly help us with scholarships. We don't know how far or where this is going to go over the years, but we're starting in 2025. And we're making sure that we make room for the young ladies that we serve so that they will not be forgotten and that they will know that their lives matter and that we care about them and that we're here for the long haul. The other thing, as we were talking and as you so wonderfully had us pause for the moment. There's something that I want to actually put out that was just put on my heart while we were just kind of in our moment of silence is Forgiving for Living will make a pledge to help one young lady that is in the Altadena School District that will be graduating this year to move forward with going to college or some sort of post-high school education, because everybody does not go to a 4-year university, and we understand that. Some go to a trade school, some go to junior college, and we support all young women who are advancing their life and their education, whichever direction that goes. But I'll need you to contact us, which means you'll need to go to forgivingforliving.org and then just put in information where you want to know more about the ambassador program. Mention that you're from the Altadena area so that we can differentiate you and make sure that we know to get back with you. And in worst case scenario, if you don't even know how to do that right away, just go to Wendy at forgivingforliving.org and send me an email. And we are going to make a pledge to one young lady that is from the Altadena area to make sure that we support them and help them in even if it's just in a small way, but to know that they're not alone and to know that they have a generation behind them, because we are taught and we were told that we are to lift as we climb. And so together, the BBA and Forgiving for Living plan to lift the next generation, Sarah.
That is excellent news. And as you can see, I put up the website address so that you can see it.
Thank you.
Please, again, to reiterate that, go to forgivingforliving.org. You can learn more about the ambassador program there, and also to be able to identify and let us know about an affected teen or young woman from the Altadena area.
She must be a senior. She's got to, so that she's going to be graduating.
Okay, wonderful. So a senior, so that we can be able to assist her. So excellent to that. That is amazing part of the kind of work that Forgiving for Living has been putting in for a quarter of a century, which is so amazing in terms of being right there in the thick of things and helping our young women to grow and thrive. And so with that, we want to let you know what's coming up in our series that we have here that's going to last through May and provide with essential tools and information and insights on becoming that leader. And for the BBA's perspective, we want to foster the entrepreneurial leaders to come up as well. And with that, let's first also recognize our sponsors,
Yes,
Wendy.
yes. I have to tell you that for Forgiving for Living, we are truly just grateful that U.S. Bank, SoCal Gas, and Comerica Bank, they've been with us for a very long time, and not just financially. I mean, of course, we appreciate that, but they've also have been mentors over the year. They've been volunteers over the years, and they keep up with us. I mean, they check in just like we check in with them, but they check in with us. How are you doing? Do you need anything? Is everything okay? And so, just from our hearts to you, we say thank you for continuing to stand with us as continued sponsors for us to do the work we do. So again, U.S. Bank, SoCal Gas, and Comerica Bank, we say thank you.
Wonderful. And of course, too, with the BBA, they have also been partners with the Black Business Association, and we thank them as well to underwrite this collaboration. And from there, it's a great segue into announcing what we have coming up.
Okay. Well, I'm excited. I'm so excited. So in February, I just want everybody to know Black History Month is not canceled. We're still having Black History Month.
And I wore my t-shirt, Bolster Black LA.
And so in February, we are proud to partner with Comerica Bank, where they will be bringing a presentation on Black History Month and the power of financial literacy. And so we're looking forward to that with them in February. And I'm going to come back to March. And then in April, we're going to have we're going to have U.S. Bank in April. And then we're going to have SoCal Gas in May. So we will make sure you have those dates and the information that will be provided for those months, because we will make sure that we're providing you with a plethora of information that can benefit not only our young ladies, but the entire audience who pay attention to our webinars. And because this will be up on YouTube, this will be up on social media, to where you'll be able to go back and look at this. And if there's something over the life of the series that we're providing that can make a difference for you, that's what we want. We want to make sure that you're getting information that can touch your life. So we're going to look forward to those exciting webinars. And again, February for Black History Month, we're going to have Comerica Bank. And then in April, we are going to have I keep saying that, U.S. Bank, and then we're going to have SoCal Gas in May. So we'll keep you posted. But Sarah, can we jump over to this wonderful conference that will be in March? So before I talk about the youth forum that will take place, simultaneously with the adult women, can you just kind of tell us a little bit about Salute to Black Women and Women's History Month? Because Women's History Month's not canceled either. So for Women's History Month and what you are continuing with your legacy.
Mm-hmm. Talk about council culture. There's a lot of counseling going on.
Yeah, we're not participating in the counseling part.
I just wanted to kind of go back at some of the dates and things that are coming up. You can be able to find out more information, learn more at forgivingforliving.org. Also, the bbala.org, bbala.org. Yes. So stay in touch with us there to get updated information. For Salute to Black Women, the Black Business Association, this will be our 22nd year saluting Black women and their excellence, phenomenal Black women, and what have been done and accomplished. And we are proud that this isn't our first time collaborating with Forgiving for Living. We've had a forum a couple of years ago with Forgiving for Living. That was amazing. And so we're doing it once again on March 29th. And so I'm going to go ahead and pop in the flyer. Do you want me to just tell a bit more?
No, that's fine. I just didn't know if you wanted to share any of the information as it relates to the part that the BBA is doing, and then I would segue over into the youth forum. So I didn't know if you want to give us a little teaser about what the ladies or what the adult side will be learning, receiving. I don't know if you want to mention anything.
Okay.
I don't want to spill anything out of the box yet, but if you had information you wanted to share, I just wanted to know.
Well, as we have yet to unveil who our honorees will be and our full slate of speakers, but that is coming up at the top of next week. And but as you will see from when we pull up the flyer and stuff, that we do have a dynamic lineup for everyone. It's always been an awarding experience. We have the conference was basically, we have a couple of forums, a symposium, a youth forum, and a women's leadership symposium, as well as a fabulous vendor fair. And then we have an amazing awards luncheon to top the day off. But it's a great convening of not only amazing Black women, but also men and our partners, organization, community partners, just coming together and celebrating the achievements of Black women. And we know that Black women hold up the world. So it's
a little heavy over here. No,
right. So to celebrate and to just, it's also a way for us to come together and recharge. A lot of times we're out there doing our things, doing magnificent work, but we need to come together and feel that energy and that bonding. So it is also an opportunity to recharge. So Salute to Black Women will be March 29th at the Sheraton Gateway, Los Angeles. And it'll be from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Again, it's a full day, but you get so much out of what we have to offer there. Of course, that information can be found at bbala.org. But I'm going to go ahead and to put a spotlight on our youth forum.
Yay.
So here we go.
Okay, awesome. This is so awesome. Thank you so much. And again, this is part of our collaboration, and we're so excited to be with you. So let's see that flyer. So awesome. This is wonderful. So again, during the Salute to Black Women Business Conference and Vendor Fair, Forgiving for Living will have its own separate forum, a youth forum. And this is for high school and college age young ladies. High school and college age young ladies. And we are so excited because we're going to have a panel and we're talking about moving forward together, women educating and inspiring generations, which is the same thing we're kind of talking about right now. It's up to us. It's imperative that the elders, the older women, whether that's by age or by experience, reach back and help the younger women as they're coming along. So Sarah, can you raise that up so I can talk a little bit about our speakers? So this year's speaker, it's a panel, and we actually might have a surprise fourth panel member that we will find out about next week. So right now on our panel, we have Dr. Lauren Walton. Dr. Walton is the vice chair for Forgiving for Living, but she's also a lead psychiatrist for Kaiser Permanente. And she's the one who develops a lot of our suicide prevention materials that we cover within Forgiving for Living. She's also helped us with some of the information around bullying and just mental health. And so we're so excited to have Dr. Lauren Walton on the panel. And then we're also going to have Rhonda Carter. Rhonda Carter is an optician. She's a philanthropist, and she's basically a community activist. You can find Rhonda. She's in the trenches. She's always helping. She's been a supporter of Forgiving for Living for over 10 years. And she's going to come, and she has a wealth of knowledge and information she's going to be sharing. And we're excited because one of our 2025 Ambassador Program mentees is Miss Brianna Stevens. And Brianna is actually in college right now, and she's wanting to pursue getting her degree in the medical field, somewhere around dealing with nursing. So that is so exciting. And she's going to come and speak from her perspective as a young woman who's not only been a part of Forgiving for Living, but some of the challenges that young women are facing as it relates to also reaching out to us as the elders and the older generation, so that we can be more in tune to listening to them and hearing them, and how can we make a difference in their lives. So again, we're going to, continue to push this out. You can learn more about this from either any of our websites, whether it's bbala.org or forgivingforliving.org. And we're going to continue to be sharing more and more information along the way. And again, we could not do this without our sponsors. So we're thanking again, U.S. Bank, the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, Northrop Grumman, Comerica Bank, SoCal Gas, and ABC7. So we're excited. And like I said, we will have snacks, we will have goodie bags, we will have surprises, and also some of the young women will also be selected to attend the awards luncheon for the Forgiving for Living table. So there's going to be more and more about that, because we want to encourage you to also network. Start learning how to network with the adult women and share with them and talk to them and pique their brains and ask them questions and all of that. So we're looking forward to that. And we thank you so much again, Sarah, for allowing Forgiving for Living to partner with the BBA and just to kind of, help the young ladies see what they can achieve. Because if you can see it, you can achieve it. But if they're not allowed to get into the rooms with us, then sometimes they don't have access. And that's our job. Our job is to help them to have access to not only information and knowledge, but power and people, and to know that we care about them in terms of helping them to grow and go where they want to go.
Awesome. I'm super excited for this.
Oh, and we are going to be limited to 50 young ladies. So it's going to be a max of 50, and it's all about the first one. So you have to email us, but you're going to see the flyer. The flyer is going out where it says info, Wendy at forgivingforliving.org. And it's not too early to sign up. So, but I have to have an email from you, and I have to know how old you are, what grade you're in. So, and then that way we can start the communication. So again, if you're interested and you're between high school and college, please email me at Wendy at forgivingforliving.org.
Awesome. This is, this has been a tradition within Salute to Black Women. From year to year, we've always hosted the Role Models for Success Youth Forum. And to be able to partner with organizations that actually work with youth, from day to day and supporting, uplifting youth, it is been such a great opportunity and experience for the BBA. And what we're looking forward to, and we'll pull this out. What we're looking forward to is as young women sign up through the Forgiving for Living Ambassador Program, to be able to connect from there, and then providing the entrepreneurial education and support services for those who are aspire to go that route. And again, like I said before, mentoring and perhaps some internships opportunities and what have you. So you definitely need to be able to come on in, contact Wendy, become a part of the ambassador program, and start your journey to amazing things in your life. Because as also too with Forgiving for Living, she it's partnering with many other organizations. So your experience will be truly enriched. And the BBA is proud to be one of the partners on that.
Thank you. We appreciate it so much. And, I just want to give the young women out there, no matter where you live, that to just be encouraged, that because I know right now we talked about this at the top of the webinar, and that is that we're going through some challenging times, and we're hearing a lot of things. There's a lot of things that are being floated around through social media and the news, and we know that sometimes even stuff in the news may not always be accurate, and sometimes things on social media may have been stretched. We never know, but just know that whatever is happening, that be still and know that it's going to be okay, and that you're not alone. And that, like Sarah was saying about cancel culture, we're not going to let a lot of the progress that our ancestors fought for, died for, so that we could have better lives today, just disappear. I'm a grandmother. I'm a mother and a grandmother, and I have granddaughters, and I have a daughter. And so for me, I care about the young men tremendously. Of course I do, because I have grandsons and I have a son. But my heart has always been about making sure young women believe in themselves, and that no matter what challenge may be before us, we'll get through it. We'll get through it. We've seen darker days than this as a people, and we will get through this into the light. So just hold on, and just know that even after you finish in terms of your age and your schooling with Forgiving for Living, there are organizations like the BBA, like the Black Business Association, that's also willing to say, here, now we can hand it off and say, here's a young lady that needs help. She's trying to start a business. She's trying to stay in business. Where do I go? What do I do? So just know you're not alone.
Not alone. Not alone. And with that, I'm going to pop in our website so that you can know where to go to learn more information. Again, I urge you to contact Wendy. Again, that's what's the email address, Wendy?
Just Wendy@forgivingforliving.org.
And also to find information at our websites, and continue to join us on our series of upcoming webinars. And we look forward to seeing you on March 29th at the 22nd Annual Salute to Black Women Business Conference, Vendor Fair, and Awards Luncheon.
In person.
Right. come get energized, and we look forward to seeing you there. So for next time, we will. I'll just say bye until next time.
Okay. Well, our next webinar will be February 25th at 11 a.m. So mark your calendar now. February 25th at 11 a.m. And that will be with Comerica Bank, and we will be honoring Black History Month and the power of financial freedom. So thank you. We look forward to you. And the best is yet to come.
The best is yet to come. All right.
Thank you.
See you. Bye.
Bye-bye.